two things now. We're gonna look at pressing some books that are drying, and then we're gonna interleave this one that's wet. All right. And we're gonna do that thing next, right? So why don't you park that one for a second? So the trick is, so these books have been drying for a while, right? We're in the cooking show later, right? Later in the process. So the shell has been cooked. We're going to put the souffle in it. So what we do is figure out by feel if the book is dry, you know, and it's an aesthetic. What I'm feeling in a book like this. So use the mid of your hand. Feel for cool, but if it's not raving wet, right? If it's just to the point where it's got coolness, so pass this around. This is raving wet. No, but it's cold. And so to the feel, what you feel now, paper normally contains about somewhere between 8 and maybe 11% moisture. It's just what makes paper flexible as part of its chemical makeup. In the drying, you know, when it gets wet, it gets to 100% wet, and then it sort of goes back. So what you're feeling is probably 25% moisture content or 20%, but it's more than normal. 11 would be normal. So when we get to that point, the fibers are basically swollen, right? But if we put it under pressure, we're going to minimize the distortion. So the first phase, I want you all to grab some books, and if it feels like it's dry enough for pressing, grab your book and we'll come down here and press it between boards. So find a dry book and let's press them.
And your moisture content will depend on where you are. If you're in a very arid area, it'll be lower. If you're in the coast, it'll be higher.
Right. At
normal state.
At normal state, right. And books soak up water at different rates. So if they all got wet at the same time in the same way, some are going to take on more water, some are going to let water off slower. Yeah. So we're wanting to feel at this point in the drying where are we at. So grab a book that's dry.